Most people think making a home look expensive means buying expensive furniture, a designer sofa, a bigger dining table, a dramatic bed frame, something large enough to feel like it should change the entire room. But expensive-looking homes usually do not work that way. The difference is often in the smaller layers, the glow on a table, the texture on a sofa, the way art is lit, the object sitting in the center of a surface, the rug that makes a hallway feel finished instead of forgotten. That is where a home starts to feel designed. And for this video, I wanted to focus on pieces that feel a little more dramatic than plain warm minimalism, but still wearable in a real home. Think quiet luxury with a little Neo Deco influence, a little glass, a little gold, a little velvet, a little stone, a little pattern. Not loud, not overly trendy, just enough to make the room feel richer. Here are 5 Amazon finds that can make your home look more expensive without making it feel over-decorated. The first find is a set of gold hurricane candle holders with fluted glass. This is the kind of piece that instantly makes a table feel more intentional. A regular candle can look nice, but a candle inside ribbed glass feels completely different. The glass catches the light, softens the flame, and creates that layered glow you see in boutique hotels, expensive restaurants, and styled dinner tables. The gold base gives it a little warmth, the fluted glass gives it texture, and the hurricane shape makes the whole thing feel more substantial than a simple candle holder. This works especially well if your dining table, console table, or coffee table feels empty, but you do not want to add clutter. Use one candle holder for a simple look, or group them as a centerpiece when you want the room to feel more elevated. You can also use them on a mantle, a sideboard, or even in an entryway, where you want the first impression of the home to feel warm and considered. What I like about this kind of decor is that it adds atmosphere. It is not just an object. It changes the mood of the room, and that is something expensive interiors do very well. They create a feeling before you even notice the individual pieces. The second find is a set of burgundy velvet throw pillow covers. If your sofa or bed looks a little too flat, this is one of the fastest ways to add depth. Velvet always reads more expensive than a plain fabric because it reacts to light. It has movement, it has softness, it changes slightly depending on the angle. That is why a simple velvet pillow can make a neutral sofa feel richer almost immediately. And the burgundy color is important. A lot of affordable decor goes too safe. Beige, white, gray, cream, repeat. Those colors can be beautiful, but if everything is pale and flat, the room can start to feel unfinished. Burgundy adds warmth and contrast without feeling chaotic. It also connects with the more dramatic trends happening right now. Deeper colors, moodier rooms, and interiors that feel more personal instead of perfectly generic. You do not need to turn your whole living room red. You do not need heavy curtains or a dramatic wall color. Just 2 velvet pillow covers can bring that richer feeling into the space in a controlled way. Place them on a cream sofa, a taupe chair, a bed with white bedding, or even mixed with linen pillows for contrast. The trick is to let the velvet be the statement. Keep everything else calm, and the pillow covers will make the room feel styled instead of busy. The third find is a gold rechargeable picture light. This is one of my favorite affordable upgrades because it makes a home look custom. Most people hang art on the wall and stop there, but in higher-end interiors, art is often lit. That small detail makes the wall feel intentional. It turns a basic print, mirror, or framed photograph into a focal point. A picture light gives the room that gallery feeling, and because this one is rechargeable, you do not need to hardwire anything. That matters. No electrician, no visible cord, no complicated installation. You can create the look of custom lighting without actually remodeling the room. Use it above framed art in a hallway. Place it over a mirror in an entryway. Add it above a small gallery wall. Use it over a bookshelf, a portrait, or even a simple canvas that needs more presence. The gold finish also helps because it brings warmth. Gold lighting can sometimes look too shiny if the room is already busy, but when it is used in a focused way, it adds polish, especially against neutral walls, darker art, or warm wood furniture. This is one of those details that makes people feel like the room is more expensive even if they do not know why. The wall has a moment now. The art has importance, the lighting has intention, and that is the entire point. The fourth find is a marble decorative bowl with an acacia wood pedestal. This is a very strong styling piece because it combines 2 materials that always look elevated together, stone and wood. Marble brings weight and luxury. Wood brings warmth. Put them together and the object feels expensive without being cold. A decorative bowl like this is useful because it can work in several rooms. In an entryway, it can hold keys, sunglasses, or small everyday items. On a kitchen island, it can hold fruit. On a dining table, it can act as a centerpiece. On a coffee table, it can be styled with beads, matchbooks, potpourri, or simply left empty as a sculptural object. That last part is important. Not every decorative piece needs to be filled. Sometimes the shape and material are enough. The acacia pedestal gives the bowl height, and height is one of the easiest ways to make a surface look more professionally styled. If everything on a table is low and flat, the surface can feel unfinished. But when you add a piece with height and weight, the whole arrangement starts to look more designed. This is why designers use bowls, pedestals, trays, and sculptural objects so often. They are not random accessories. They create structure. And because marble has natural variation, it also gives the room that one-of-a-kind feeling that cheaper decor often lacks. The fifth find is a gray contemporary circle runner rug. This one is different from the other pieces because it is not just a decorative object. It changes the architecture of a space. A hallway, entryway, or kitchen walkway can feel forgotten if the floor is bare. It becomes a pass-through area, not a designed part of the home. A runner rug fixes that. It creates a path. It softens the floor. It adds pattern and makes the space feel finished. The circle design is especially useful if your home has a lot of straight lines. Rectangular furniture, square tables, long hallways, straight cabinets, sharp corners. A circular pattern breaks that up and gives the space more movement, and the gray color keeps it easy to use. It is graphic enough to add interest, but neutral enough to work with many styles. Modern, transitional, apartment decor, entryway decor, even a more glam space if you pair it with gold lighting and velvet accents. Use it in a hallway to make the area feel less empty. Use it in an entryway to create a stronger first impression. Use it in a kitchen to soften the floor and add visual rhythm. The important thing is that a runner makes the home feel layered from the ground up. A room does not look expensive only because of what is on the walls or furniture. It also needs texture underfoot. It needs something that connects the space. And that is what this kind of rug does. So the theme of this video is not just buy more decor. It is choosing pieces that do a specific job. The fluted candle holders add glow and atmosphere. The burgundy velvet pillow covers add richness and depth. The rechargeable picture light adds intention and a custom look. The marble bowl with the wood pedestal adds weight, height, and natural material. And the contemporary runner rug adds pattern, movement, and a finished feeling. Together, these pieces create a home that feels more expensive because it feels more layered. That is the real secret. You do not need every piece in the room to be expensive. You need the room to have contrast, texture, lighting, and a few details that look chosen on purpose. A little glass, a little velvet, a little gold, a little marble, a little pattern. That is enough to take a basic space and make it feel warmer, moodier, and more elevated. So before you replace your furniture, look at the smaller layers first. Look at the table that needs glow, the sofa that needs texture, the wall that needs lighting, the surface that needs a sculptural object, the hallway that needs a rug. That is where the expensive look usually starts. I linked the affordable finds in the description.